All right, Jeff Lambert here. No Mess Roofing and Gutters, Roof Rejuvenation. Save your roof, save your money. We got liquid gold falling from the sky. Luckily, we finished and we were working underneath the patio. Unfortunately, there was an opening that we did have to tarp off in the front that another contractor is going to take care of into rebuilding them a whole new I think it's called the Widow's Walk that they have up there now, but they have a tremendous amount of rotten debris. The supports look good inside once we open it up, but they decided they want to build a different type of patio cover, or not patio cover, but porch in front. So cool, but we still had an opening, and then it started raining on us, so we had to close that up. We knew it was going to rain, we just didn't know it was going to rain like this. And my poor guys are out there right now. I'm saturated as well, but my poor guys are out there right now getting wet even further. Thankfully, it's the end of the day, it's Friday, and it's payday. So let's talk about Roof Rejuvenation, which is the sister company of No Mess Roofing and Gutters. We are a full-service roofing and gutter company. And what that means is that we can replace roofs, we can maintain roofs, we can clean roofs, and we can rejuvenate roofs. That's what it is. Full service. Anything to do with the composition roof, we can handle. Asphalt shingle. When it comes to gutters, we are a full-service gutter company. And when it comes to roofing and gutters, that's commercial and residential. For gutters, we can do anything you want. We're a full-service gutter company, clean, maintain, repair, replace, anything and everything we can do. So, I wanted to talk about rejuvenating shingles, because the rejuvenation industry is designed for rejuvenating aged shingles, distressed shingles with wear and tear. It's not designed for new shingles or shingles that are like 5 years or less. It's designed for aged shingles that have wear and tear. Shingles that are losing excessive granulars, shingles that are cracked, don't have the pliability. That's the whole point. It's not going to make your roof like new. It's not going to prevent any leaks if you already have leaks. But it's going to put the pliability back in the shingles so they're able to expand and contract during pop-up storms. Let's say like this one right here that we have right now. The shingles, it was rather hot. Shingles were probably about 120 degrees. Rain comes in like right now, brings it all the way down to, let's say, 80 degrees. If this storm rolls out in the next 20 minutes and it gets sunny again, going right back up to 120, 130 degrees. Air shingles are expanding and contracting significantly with stuff like that. And we get it all the time here. I mean, we're in Houston, right off the Gulf Coast, by Galveston. We get lots of hurricanes and major storms, tropical storms, hailstorms, high winds. We get them all. So you want your shingles to be pliable, and you want your shingles to be able to react to the elements on a regular basis as if they're around being new, if that helps. Because you're never going to take an aged, worn shingle and make it new. But you can take the shingle that was originally designed with asphalt oils that have now been depleted and reintroduced an all-natural oil like soybeans and put the pliability back in the shingle. The oil will also turn around and glue the granulars down, reactivate the tar strip underneath. That's very good for wind. It makes the shingles tacky and soft like newer shingles. So when you do get hail, look, the sun's about to pop out. When you do get hail, the impact isn't as destructive to the shingle. So it reverses the aging effect, but doesn't bring it to brand new, okay? It is the fountain of youth for asphalt shingles, but it doesn't make you a baby again, okay? It's no different than putting conditioning on your hair after you shampoo, or moisturizing your skin after you take a shower. I mean, there's so many analogies I can use, but it is the very best thing to do for your asphalt shingles to get the very most life out of it. Your shingles, that if they're newer shingles within the last 15 years, they're not lasting the 20, 30 years that the manufacturer said they're going to last. They just aren't. Guarantee it, they're not. Unless you do preventative maintenance. Preventative maintenance also means doing roof tune-ups, going up there where all your accessory items are at, because those are nailed down to the roof. Those are sealed. The sealant doesn't last forever, especially if there's critters up there, especially if there's no shade, the sun's just beating down on it. There's a lot of different reasons why sealant will fail. So you have to periodically go up there, and do a roof tune-up, which is removing the compromised sealant, resetting the nail or placing a nail in a different spot, and then turning around and resealing everything. Don't go up there and start using screws, screwing down stuff, because that'll further compromise the decking. The screw will go into the decking and start cracking that decking. That's why roofers use nails. It's smooth, goes right in there. So, and you just do a tune-up, that's it. But if you don't, and the sealant fails, or the nail pops, there's a small hole. That intrusion can then happen from moisture and water, and over time eventually start to rot out the decking, compromise the decking, fatigue the decking, rot the decking out, whatever you want to call it. But it really, 90% of the leaks happen from your accessory items, not really from the shingles, unless you're doing things like putting holiday lights all over your roof, and they're putting staples all down in your shingles and stuff. That's just not good. Don't do that, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't do that. But you have people do it all the time. You have people putting wires because they want lights accenting their perimeter of their house, and those wires inside the gutters or inside the downspouts. Don't do that. You know, that causes an impeding flow of the water as well as the debris, and that can rot your wood out. See, the sun's coming back out, so those shingles are now going right back up to where they used to be once it gets sunny. And older aging shingles start to crack, granules start to lose their adhesion, and that's the protective layer of the shingle. So Greener Shingles is the product that I use, and it's a pure concentrated all natural soybean oil that we put on there, and we apply it via soft spray so it doesn't damage the roof. It takes us about an hour, depending on the size of the house, to apply the product, and by the time we're done, you know, where we started it, it's already starting to set. It sets very quickly, but for us, our company's called No Mess, and it's no mess for a reason. We want to leave your property better than the way it looked before we got there. We try our best to, at least, because some properties are pristine, so there's not much more we can do. But we make sure we leave it still like that. But the prep work, like the tune-up, which is free with our roof, Rejuvenation, and it's a real legitimate tune-up, not just putting rubber gaskets over pipes. It's not a tune-up. It's a waste of money, and it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Well, again, those aren't roofers, those are sprayers. A legitimate tune-up, it's free, and you get documentation with pictures and little videos. And then after we do the prep work, gotta let it dry and set for a little bit. And doing that, we're doing the other things with the property. Like if it has gutters, making sure the gutters are cleaned out. The downspouts are going to be socked, is what we call them. We tie these bags around the downspouts. They're long tubes. So if we have any residual chemical that drains into the gutter and then goes to the downspout, it's going to be captured and contained. And then we dispose of it off your property. Even though it's all natural, we're still capturing it in that type of form because it's coming down in a concentrated area. To us, that's a big deal. It's not going to kill your grass. It's not going to harm anything. It's biodegradable, all natural. I mean, it won't harm your skin unless you're spraying tons of it on you. But it's not going to harm your siding, your windows. It's not going to. But you don't leave it on there. You rinse that off. But you leave it on the shingles. But it's all natural. It won't harm your animals, plants, flowers, nothing. Now, if you watch our videos, you may see one or two of our guys out there, spraying like crepe myrtles, or spraying some trees, or spraying some flowers, just lightly spraying like a shower. We do that just really because we want to go the extra mile. We don't want to use a ton of their water either. So we just are lightly spraying, and sometimes a mist will fly over onto the siding. So we want to make sure that that's taken care of. So we definitely go the extra mile and make sure everything is prepped and done. And so it may take us a little bit longer, but that is, and you're still paying less expensive than our competitors out there. But that's the right way of doing it. Plus, we want to be seen. I mean, in all honesty, we do. We want to be seen, but we want to take our time. We want to be safe. We want to be seen. People are wondering what's going on. Our trucks are out there. We're very visible. We're in uniforms. Our signs are out there, just letting people know, hey, work is being done here. And so we do definitely make sure that people understand what's going on. The greener shingle product that we use is the very best product out there on the market. You have our competitors that are working on second generation and third generation products. Some of them are already out, depending on the competitor, and we still absolutely annihilate them with our product. And there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And I know I'm biased to it, but we all talk. It's not like we don't like each other. A lot of us have been in the roofing industry, and we've known each other for a long time. And one person decided to go with one company, and one person decided to go with the other company. I mean, that's it. And when we're at the supplying house doing other things, we all talk. We all know what's going on, and we know how the product works. I mean, it is pretty simplistic, and it's pretty uniform. The difference is that you have people out there that are just trying to, just squeeze out as much money as they can out of the product, so they cut the product. That's the problem. And that's what will give the industry a bad name. And that's what happened with the shingles, is they started putting less asphalt because asphalt became more and more expensive. Started putting more limestone in there. Adding a zinc additive for the algae, which is good. But the limestone, no. Put the asphalt in there. It does make the shingles heavier. If you look at shingles 30 years ago or 50 years ago, really, and then look at shingles that are manufactured today, brand new ones, it's a significant thickness difference. Significant. And that's a problem. Well, it's the same thing with anything else. Eventually people start going, hey, how far can we stretch this chemical? With our chemical, honestly, I think 6-7 years it'll probably last, as long as you're maintaining. What I mean by maintaining, keeping the debris off the roof, just maintaining your roof, the integrity of your roof. I think it'll last a good 6-7 years. But realistically, in our climate where sun is just beating down on it, same thing in Florida, 5 years. That's where we're gonna. If you can get more than 5 years, great. But you getting less than 5 years? No, that's not good. No, you were sold 5 years. So that's what you should get. And it's a transferable warranty, which means, as you know, goes right to the next homeowner. No additional charge whatsoever. Our competitors will charge. I can't say all of them. I do know some of them do. And again, you have to understand, I'm biased. I'm a dealer for Greener Shingle in North Houston, Cypress, Spring, Tomball, the Woodlands, Montgomery, Magnolia, Conroe. So I'm biased when it comes to the product that I use, but I've researched it. I've researched my competitors' products. Fortunately for me, I have done pretty well in my life and allowed me to do traveling and allowed me to go to different states, look at different products, talk to different people from different competitors, because quite frankly, I was looking at I was looking at 3 different other companies before I came across Greener Shingle. They don't have a very big presence, and I found out why, rather quickly, and that is because their product is not as expensive as the rest of the people, and it's far superior because they don't make you buy all this other stuff. They don't box you into making you wear their uniforms, wrap their logos, brand their stuff only. I'm a pre-existing company. I need to have the flexibility of having my own brand. And since they don't do that, they don't do commercials, they don't do Facebook ads, they don't do any of that stuff. They just make the chemical and sell it and then try to better that chemical. Not by adding stringents or not by adding other compounds to it as a filler, but to make the chemical the best. And that being said, they still haven't gotten to a Gen 2 product themselves. And that's a huge deal. Their product is so good that they're having a problem beating their own product. And that's awesome. It just is. That's awesome. You gotta love that. That being said, I gotta turn this down a little bit. I'm sorry. I just am absolutely pleased with that product. My company, Roof Rejuvenation, has sprayed so many roofs with that in the Houston area, and my homeowners, my customers that we do work on, and we cross market work, and we go back to the homes, we see them. It's not a one and done. We provide courtesy services to them, free tune-ups, free inspections. We want to make sure that the homeowners are educated, the homeowners are fully aware of what's going on, so when they make the decision, it's the best possible decision for them, because we don't necessarily know what's going on in their mind or in their life that's making them choose whatever product they're choosing, but we need to give the best representation for that.